Oh, hi. How are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. How do you like the new stuff going on? Wait till you see. We got some more stuff going to be happening here pretty soon. As we progress through the video, you'll see some other cool stuff. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Lyia Linux. It is an Arch-based distribution. Hisham, the developer, is a friend of the channel, and I've known him for a while. Very decent, respectable young gentleman, and I eagerly await to look at his latest release of Lyia Linux 1.2. So Lyia Linux is an Arch-based distribution. Let's go ahead and let's go take a look at the webpage. Probably be easier to do it that way. Here we are at the Lyia Linux webpage, which is a very nicely done webpage. So Lyia Linux is a Linux-based distribution that offers security in it. They have a sleek, modern design, obviously using the Arch-based design. They say step into tomorrow's operating experience. They have married speed, which is the speed of Arch, with elegance, and they've made it look beautiful. Of course, they always customize it. It looks pretty decent. It's a Cinnamon desktop that it uses. They've included the core features that you get in Linux that are pretty, the package manager, of course, your web browser, all that good stuff. They've got all that kind of stuff built in there for you. And they also have taken the time to add some security and privacy stuff in there. They've even gone to the point where they've installed Proton VPN in there for you already out of the box. Firewall as well. Efficiency, obviously they're speaking to the efficiency part of it in the sense of that it's Arch based, and so it's lightweight. You can customize it 100% under the hood what you want as far as like I'm not sure if it comes with the Zen kernel already installed or if you have to install it yourself, but we'll take a look at that later. And of course, Cinnamon, which is a lightweight desktop that a lot of people are familiar with and new to Linux users. Usually that's one of the ones that they choose to do right off the bat. So now let's go ahead and look at the actual distribution. As you can see, I've got it here ready to install. We're going to install it, and then we're going to actually take a look at it. Here is the Calamares installer. This is welcome to Calamares installer, Lyia version 1.2. English is the language of choice that I want, so I'm going to go ahead and select next. Then Los Angeles, it has detected the time zone for which I'm in. I do not live in Los Angeles, but it is in my time zone, so I'm going to go ahead and select next as well. Here, it's going to ask me about our keyboard. If you want to put in a different keyboard that suits whatever language you have or whatever, this is where you would pick it. English is the default that it's set to. I'm going to go ahead and select next as well. It's going to ask me what we want to do with the disks that we have in our system. So I am going to select erase disk. I'm going to do swap with, I'm going to change it to no swap. I don't need it. I use Nix as my daily driver, but I'm going to do this. And you could do BTRFS. I'm going to just go ahead and leave that. And so now I'm going to select next now. Here it's going to ask for the information of the user. So we're going to give the name, which is going to be the... the Linux tube, and then it's going to be what name do you want to use to log in. I'm just going to do a TLT. Oh, it can't be caps. And then TLT, I don't know, not underscore, TLT dash Lyia, and then password. We're going to put in something here that is so super strong, complicated that you're going to require a supercomputer to hack it. We are not going to log in automatically, so that's ticked off. I hate when some distributions actually tick it. What is the sense of setting up a password and a user if you're just going to log in automatically? So that is that. We're going to make sure that's ticked off, so that's good. And we're going to use the same password for the administrator account, which is okay. Your passwords do not match. Interesting. Okay, they're shorter than 6 characters, but it doesn't matter. The next lit up, so I'm going to go ahead and select next. This is going to be a summary of what actions this Calamar's installer is going to take. I'm going to go ahead and select install because it sounds pretty good. And we're going to select install now. This is a double verification to make sure that it's going to do what it's going to do, because after all, it is going to erase the hard drive, and whatever you had on there is going to be gone. Bye-bye. And so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, and when it is done, I will resume the video. Okay, so it is completely done installing right now. So I'm going to click the restart now box and click on the done button. And so now it's going to restart. When it's all done, we will reboot back into it. And so here we are booting right up into it again. So I like that little splash animation they had. And I like this is a GDM looking feel to it, but I mean, it is cinnamon, so. And being that it's Arch, you can customize it 100% to however you want. So let's go ahead and log in. And we are getting into the crux of it. Here we go. So as you can see, this is what you're greeted with at the desktop. Let's fix this resolution. You should be able to right click on here, click the display settings, and go right here, and we will select 1920 by 1080, 16 by 9. We're going to hit apply, and voila, here we go. We're going to keep this configuration, and we are looking beautiful now. Absolutely gorgeous. I like it. I like a clean desktop. I like a non-cluttered taskbar. I like the icons for the app launcher right here on the bottom left. I mean, they've done a lot of nice quality work to it. My first review of Lyia Linux a year ago, I believe, was just as pleasant then. This young gentleman has put a lot of work and a lot of effort into this distribution, and it's certainly you could see it. So you're greeted up here with the Lyia GNU/Linux forum icon. This will take you right to their forum. If we double click on it, it should open us up, right? Open with Let's see. Let's go with Brave. Oh, they've even installed Brave. I knew I liked these people. See if it opens up with Brave. It's taking a minute to launch. Well, it opened now, and this is what it opened up to. Not impressed. It's a shortcut that doesn't work to go to the Lyia Linux forums. I'm sure if you just go to LyiaLinux.com or at their Wix site, and you can go find a forum page there, you can get connected that way through them there. And I do know that Hisham actually responds to people. He's very active. He's active on our Discord servers, and so you can definitely communicate with him if you've got questions there. So you have that icon there on the desktop, and that is the only one. And I'm not a fan of icons on the desktop at all, because to me, I just don't like the cluttered look that they give to a desktop environment. Down on the bottom, you have the panel, and on the panel, you have the actual app launcher here to the left. In the center, almost in a kind of floating dock-esque kind of state, you actually have your pinned icon, or your pinned icons for tasks that you normally run a lot, which is terminal, which if you open this up, this is going to be your terminal right here with a nice little bash prompt, and also some preloaded ANSI art, warning database for core, multilib do not exist, use SY to download. Yep, that's right, because it actually uses a chaotic AUR. So if you're going to install applications, you got to install it from the chaotic. McFly importing shell history for the first time. This may take a minute or two, and it is done. So, and it's got a nice little spiritual quote of the day. One man cannot practice many arts with success, as written and said by Plato. And it's using the ZSH shell. So let's go ahead and make this big for you guys here. And then I'll increase the screen, the actual font size for you guys. And so now you can see the actual font and read what's going on. We're using Lyia Linux and it's using the mainline kernel, so it is not using the Zen kernel. And it is using the 6.9 Linux kernel, so it's up to date. It's got 1,200 packages, 1,293 packages. It's using the ZHS shell and X Cinnamon. So there you have it, my friends. Very simple, very clean. Like I said, everything about this distribution really makes me warm and fuzzy and happy on the inside because it's really minimalistic and it's got a very sleek, clean feel. Really well done. Very polished. Then you have in the center, you have Nemo, the file manager, which if you open it up, if you've seen one file manager, you've seen them all. You truly have. They have a little slider here so you can zoom in on the icons, make them bigger. Down here on the bottom, of course, you've got your side panel over the side, which has got your favorites, locations that you go to, you know. And there's nothing really I could tell you that you don't already know. I mean, file manager is a file manager is a file manager all day long. Next to the file manager down there, you have the Brave browser, which is a browser that I like very, very much. I was using it for the longest time. Then for a period there, Brave kept breaking. I don't know what it was, but it just kept breaking. And so I moved on to Vivaldi. And now Vivaldi is doing what Brave did. It's breaking on me. So I may mitigate back to Brave, but I've always kept Brave as my backup. And I will keep Vivaldi as my backup. Both of them are great privacy centric browsers that meet the bill and need of anybody who's needing to get on the internet for any reason. I don't know why you wouldn't want to use them. They put your privacy first and foremost before anything else, and they do not compromise on that whatsoever. So we're going to set Brave as a default browser. We're going to go ahead and do dark mode because I love dark mode. We're going to click next, and maybe later, and we're going to finish. And so now, this is the Brave browser at its finest. Thing of beauty. Truly a thing of beauty. Clean, nice. It's always got nice pictures in the background. I could, this Brave Rewards is for these bat tokens or what have you here. I could do without that. Hide the Brave Rewards and it's gone. Brave Talk. This is where you can talk through like you can on Facebook Messenger, like FaceTime, that kind of stuff. So you can actually talk like a Jitsi call through here. Also, if you want to add cards, you can add them through here. You have Brave Stats that you could add, background image. You could change it to different backgrounds. You could do top sites. I mean, it's just got all kinds of things you can do. It's customizable, very customizable, and very secure as well. So that is a look at your Brave browser right there. And obviously, it's a very current one. And so next on the panel, across the bottom on the very far right hand side, you have your system tray, which is going to have your system update, right, for your clipboard manager. And then next to that, you'll have your announcement, which is right here for notifications, connection established. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. And that should be everything. And then, of course, you've got your actual network symbol as to which it is, whether it's Wi-Fi or Ethernet connected, and mine's Ethernet. And of course, you've got your volume right here, so you can turn your volume up on your PC or computer. And then also you've got your date, which is the date and month, and then the date following that, along with the time right behind it. It's wild. But anyhow, so that's the format of that. And that is a look at your overall taskbar on the bottom and your bar at the bottom, aka status bar, whatever you want to call it, for you to be able to access programs and important things. Next, we're going to click the application launcher. And this is what we have. We have for applications here, you've got quite a few. He's actually added some. He's got Bleach It in here. He's got backgrounds, which helps you deal with your backgrounds. Brave. Celluloid, which is a video player. If we open it up, yes, it's a video player. I think it's a front end for MPV. Then Bleach It, which is a file cleaner. It finds and gets rid of files on there for you. Then you got Decomp Editor. You've got Deluge, which is a torrent downloader, which works beautifully. And so that's kind of in all applications kind of deal. It tells you got everything in here that's listed. Got the text editor, which is that going to be Z? They have Z, the text editor. Nice. Nice. For a minute, I thought it was Gedit, but it's Z. Internet, you have Deluge, you have the internet browser Brave, and you got the Proton VPN application right here, which is very nice. I actually use Proton myself. HTOP, we pop that open, we maximize this, increase the font size, and you can see that we're barely using anything. We're using less than a gig of RAM. Wow. And no percentage rate, but hardly any of my CPUs. So, and let's go ahead and close HTOP, and we can continue on. Come on, there we go, close. So that is a look at the desktop for Lyia Linux. Now, like I said in the video earlier, what I really like about Lyia Linux, let me go ahead and change my scene. What I really like about Lyia Linux is a clean, sleek, low profile, just out of the way everything is in this distribution. And so I know that Lyia himself has put, or Hisham, has put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of work into this distribution. Lyia Linux is beautiful. Guys, tell me what you think. If you like what you saw, please, and you're getting good quality, information out of these content, please hit that thumbs up button, that subscribe button, and of course that notification button. It only helps me out. I got to do the YouTuber thing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a YouTuber. I have to. Otherwise, it doesn't, really, forget it. I don't know. Anyhow, y'all keep doing what you do. Keep on Linux and stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you in the very next one.